Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. Is your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief AP Gaines here, and lots of new free-to-play players are finally coming around to unlocking their 7-star Grand Admiral Thrawn, and it can be a very challenging event, especially if you are under-geared, under-prepared, like the 69th Precinct loves to be. We are underfunded, we are under-geared, but we still get our 7-star legendary characters, so I'm going to teach you the best way to unlock your 7-star Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, right off the bat, we're going to need to talk about a lot of stuff. I have done another one of these videos. It's done pretty well. It's one of my most viewed videos, but lots of people were saying that video doesn't cover everything you need to know. So here I'm going to cover literally everything you could possibly need. So after you've watched this video, no excuses, it's on you guys. All right, let's get into it. So if we go into the activity, there are 6 possible characters that you could use. Don't use Sabine. She is harder to farm and just doesn't, she can work pretty well, but you know, she's harder to farm. There's no real point. And the Phoenix faction is not very good, so we want to be as low gear as possible. As you can see, they're all decently geared up. Definitely not geared up for the 7-star Thrawn. So let's actually hop over into the 7-star events and see how my guys are looking. All right, so you can notice gear 8, gear 8, gear 8, gear 9, gear 9. I've chosen very specifically to gear 9 Ezra Bridger and Chopper, and I'll explain why. Ezra does most of our damage, and is kind of the main reason you win this event, is Ezra does enough damage, gets some critical hits on Thrawn, gets him taken out. Ezra's kind of the keystone to this. Chopper at 9 over the other ones, because Chopper will assist a lot, plus he often tanks, and they love to fracture Chopper, so giving him a little bit of extra beef definitely helps out a ton. Maxed out on the leadership. The leadership rise together is very important. The Phoenix love to share their abilities, so we're going to talk about mods and which Omegas you need. Now, I have a little bit more than normal because I upgraded these guys just a tiny bit after I originally unlocked my Thrawn. As you can see, Backup Plan and Rise Together are maxed out. She has like 2 extra gear pieces, but that's whatever. And for free-to-play players, lots of people love to put speed on all of their characters. What's really important is you stack these weaker characters with health and protection. So as you can see, all health mods here. Ezra is a little bit of health, but he wants crit damage. These are just like random non-speed crit damage mods. So ignore the fact they're gold. You might not have gold mods. It doesn't really matter. Just a little bit of extra health and a little bit of extra damage. If you get speed, that's good. Chopper. No idea what's going on here. As you can tell, I haven't used these characters in a long time. Actually, really quickly. This is super important. This Omega is super important, as well as maxing out Learn and Watch and Push Through, since Ezra is our main damage dealer. Chopper, Maintenance Protocols is important. It adds all of this. Chopper has a 30% chance to assist, which is super important because that's how you're going to sneak in a little bit of extra damage. But as you can see here, like, let's actually go in and see what the... like... Oh yeah, crit damage, a little bit of health. See, we want protection. I mean, a little bit of speed there is nice, but mostly just for the health mod. And then protection. Theoretically, if this was protection, and I don't even know if you can get protection on these. Can you? Yeah, so like if I put this mod on him, like, you know what, let's just humor ourselves. Let's just throw this on him. And what's this? Protection. 9 speed. You know, that's a little bit too overpowered. 8 speed. Do I have anything weaker? Let me just actually filter for just a straight up health mod. I don't want him to be too fast, too powerful. Tenacity, defense, protection, offense, health. You know what? Health. This looks like a fantastic mod. There we go. Let's do that. We're losing a lot of good stuff, but this is going to be more in line with what you guys might have if you're earlier free to play. So we're going to knock our Chopper down just a little bit. Here, as you can see, the mods are, you know, theoretically they're all right. Let's see what we got. We got protection, crit chance, protection at 19, protection. Yeah. So not a lot going on here, but protection and health are super important for these characters. Honor Guard and Shrug Off, you can max those out. Bash is not super helpful. Staggering, this is a Zeta, so under no circumstances go for that. Here we want this cooldown reduction as well as the Clear Mind Omega maxed out. This stuff doesn't really matter all that much, especially not the Zeta. And again, just straight health. Like, do we have any actually? Oh, 7 speed, 3 speed. Yeah, so nothing really going on here. So we've touched base on all of our mod situation. Now let's hop in. And so these guys are definitely good enough gear to get this done. The problem is it's probably going to take about 5 battles for this to work. So what I'm going to do is, usually what I do is the Phoenix have great synergy with each other and the AI controls them very well. So usually what I'll do is I will auto this battle until probably like right around the start or the middle point of phase 3 of 4. And then I'll take manual control just to make sure that in the end of phase 3 they don't accidentally use a bunch of abilities. And we can kind of have all of our abilities, all of our cooldowns reduced, and heading into the final phase where we have to face Thrawn. So as you can see, they handle themselves pretty well. This is definitely by no means like super overgeared. You can technically do it with lower gear, but you will be battling, and what I talk about in a lot of my guides is you can go lower. You can always go lower gear. The problem is, do you want to sacrifice 10 plus hours of your life? In the olden days, you know, we had like Arnold, like 12-hour Chewbacca streams where like you get them at like 11:58 p.m. right before the event ends, and we don't want that. We want it so we're low enough gear to where like if we battle 30 or 40 times, we're bound to get it at least once, so that we don't have to give ourselves crazy headaches over everything. We're low gear, so we don't have to waste a lot of resources, but we can get it done, you know, in a reasonable amount of time. If it takes longer than 2 hours, it's ridiculous. With this straight gear 8 team with 2 gear 9s, it should take us 10 to 15 minutes. Most of that time will be spent autoing. So usually when I get around 3 right here, I'll take it off auto, and I'll just focus on killing these death troopers really quickly, because if they get those health debuffs, they are super annoying. But luckily we'll counterattack because of the Omega on Kanan. And then we want to kind of just basic these guys down and save everything for when Thrawn happens. Ideally they AoE us and either don't do a ton of damage and we counterattack, or we get dodged, so that we can go in with a decent amount of health. Alright, so we are taking these guys out. A nice little deflect there. Hopefully we can get him out. Now, there's a big RNG factor, and it is how much turn meter you have when you go into the battle. So if Chopper had a little bit more, or if Chopper actually killed him, we would have been better. Ideally, we want to have Hera, Zeb, and Ezra kind of at full turn meter when we go in, and you'll see why. Ezra, we want to ideally, I mean, in a perfect situation, this will almost never happen. Probably 1 out of 10 times it'll happen. He'll have full turn meter so that when he goes in, you'll see that there's a taunt. He can use his middle ability to dispel the taunt, and then we can go after the death troopers, whittle them down. That's another reason why we kind of want Chopper to have full turn meter too, because he also has that ability that can dispel his third ability. Now, he's not low enough, and we kind of want to save this because sometimes Thrawn will redirect his focus. So for now, let's call in Ezra because he is our main damage dealer. It is RNG based. If he gets crits, we're looking pretty. If not, it's not. Let's just throw this up. Get their focus over here. Hopefully they take him down just a little bit. Okay, so we have the debuff, or the dispel. Now we kind of just blitz these death troopers. And we kind of wait to see which one of them is about to die, and we give them the second chance. Okay. So this is where the RNG comes in. This will probably take me I'd say 3 to 4 battles tops. If someone dies, just restart if you haven't killed everyone off already. Ideally, you know, you want that Chopper turn meter, you want that Hera turn meter, and you want that Ezra turn meter. Zeb turn meter is also useful. So if you can get good turn meter going in, it's good. If not, you'll be in a situation like this, which is, you know, theoretically we could come back from it if we had placed that whatever her ability is called. There we go. See, we can still do like considerable amount of damage to this thing right here. So if we had placed this over on Zeb, we would have been in a good spot, but we didn't. So we are left to struggle. All right, so yeah, I could probably theoretically like let's actually play around and see. You can take these guys out pretty good once you dispel their protection up. Thrawn will take forever to kill, and he'll do stuff like this. So yeah, we're gonna restart this. Give me 1 or 2 battles, and I'll see you in a successful run. All right, we're on the second attempt. I'm hoping that this succeeds because it is very, very, very late at night. Well, actually, correction, it's very, very early in the morning, and I want to go to bed. So second attempt, hopefully this works. If you're hearing the audio, it worked. If you're not hearing the audio and instead you're hearing third or fourth attempt, that means this one didn't work, but then you wouldn't know that I said this. So I'm just going to say it worked because you're hearing it. Interesting. All right, so, an early, I almost said early thun, an early stun onto Chopper. I gotta throw up a taunt, or else he's dead. All right, they are doing the Lord's work over here. Chopper, I would like you to stay alive, please. Now we gotta kill these guys quickly. 2 stuns in a row. Wow, okay. Fantastic. Well, I was going to say fantastic RNG until they single-handedly almost killed Kanan in one fell swoop. Now, if Kanan dies, guys, a little strategy tip. If Kanan dies, you are basically done. Oh, I didn't want to do that. You're basically donezo because then you don't counterattack anymore. But let's just see, for the sake of argument. Am I? You guys know I'm the greatest Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes YouTuber of all time. Am I good enough to win without Kanan? Am I good enough to win without Kanan? Let's find out. On this installment of I Can't Believe You Dodged That. Come on. You know, a single crit would be nice. This game hates me. Well, just think, if I can win after the worst RNG ever, you guys could win too. Let's see. I'm still holding on faith. If you guys are still listening to this, don't lose faith, brothers and sisters in arms. Because I can still win. If you're hearing this, you know that AP Gaines, a.k.a. the Lord of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, a.k.a. the 69th Precinct Chief, a.k.a. secretly the Emperor of the galaxy, the galaxy, can pull this off. Come on, no counterattacks? All right. He's so tenacious. He's so tenacious. All right. Gotta call an assist. Expose? Oh, yeah. A dodge? A crit? Oh, my God. It's wonderful. Another expose? Oh, my God. Let's do this, boys. I can feel it. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. All right. We just got to keep Ezra alive. We just got to keep Ezra alive. That was a preemptive backup plan. Come on, break his protection. We can do it, boys. A stagger. Oh, yes. All right, all right, all right. Boys, 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 boys. Boys, 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 boys. Come on. Second try. Do I get to go to bed at a reasonable hour? I don't know if you call 3 o'clock a reasonable hour. Come on. Oh, that's not good. Come on, an expose. A big crit here would be nice. Oh, my God, Ezra. Do I have a backup plan? Come on, just land some debuffs. Land a single debuff, guys. Come on. I know you guys are at the edge of your seats. You want to see how I pull it out. I know you want to see how I pull it out because you guys know I'm going to pull it out because you're watching this, which means I actually edited a video, which means, come on. Come on. Come on. I just need something to land. How many times are you going to heal yourself, dude? Oh. Yes! As the Coruscant Underworld Police Chief of the 69th Precinct, I just want to tell you guys that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Anything can happen. Any of your dreams can be accomplished if you simply put your mind to it. Even if Kanan dies, even if Kanan Jarrus dies, you can still win. All right, guys. As always, I love you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Consider subscribing. Consider it. But not too hard.